Hi, everybody! Welcome back to Paws and Claws, the lost tales of Pugmire. I'm Jess, and I am your guide. You might see me down in the chat as Angry Nerd Girl, and I hope everybody had a great time at Onyx Path Con. If you were there, if you didn't, I hope you had a great weekend anyway. And thank you so much for coming back to join us. As you can see, Critical Bard Vincent is not with us right now. He's hoping to join us about an hour in. So we will say hello to him when he arrives. Let's meet our cats and dogs, starting with welcoming back Lynn.
Hi, everybody. Sorry, my computer did a thing at the end of last week's episode. I am here. I am Baguette, Corgi, our ever-loving shepherd who is trying really hard right now to solve a certain mystery that the guide threw at her. I have no idea about.
Cameron Blair.
Hello, I'm Cameron Blair. You can find me at the Twitter handle below. My face. And I play Jean-Pierre Cachet, a truly revolutionary cat.
Alan Engelson.
Hello, I'm Alan Engelson, and I will be playing the Wave Mr. Tibbles.
Alan Johnson.
Hello, I am Alan C. Johnson, and I play Grimly Greyhound, owner of the cross-country Greyhound bus service, where you can get tickets for any of your travel needs. We're not being sponsored.
Hey, Greyhound Bus, sponsor us. We would love it if you did that, actually.
Weirdly specific but fitting sponsor.
And Honey and Dice.
Hello everyone, I'm Honey, aka Honey and Dice, and I play the meownificent Minister of Music, Miss Eartha Kitty.
All right, for one fortune, who would like to give us a previously on Paws and Claws?
Yeah,
Yeah!
it's me. So last week we entered the island. And the first thing we see is this large, giant, kind of weird glass tower obelisk thing that is very reminiscent of weird eldritch shit from Lovecraft. So shout out to Jess for that. Then we saw a bunch of weird cult lizards and a few other weird cult creatures sitting in a circle and then in the center. We had a little bit of a plan. Then Jean-Pierre went up to go and be the bulwark of the negotiations with a little magical aid. Found out that some of them had some of the most bullshit names I've ever heard of. I believe there was a dog named Tater Tot.
Yes.
There was a turtle named
Myrtle.
Myrtle,
Myrtle.
Yertle's
Myrtle.
child. There was a lizard that I do not remember the name.
You know why? Because they had a normal name.
Yeah, probably.
And that was Chad.
Chad.
Leomund
Chad,
Thunder's child.
Chad the lizard. Then there was the weird classist cat that was Cinder von what's his fuck. And she was
I like that Nightbot just said Pugmire is a family-friendly RPG.
Timing.
Not while I'm on here. That cat was also classist to Mr. Tibbles. There was that kind of note at the top of the screen that Jean-Pierre will remember that. Let's see. Then they started actually speaking gibberish to us about all the horse shit that's happening with this tower. We eventually figured out that there's a bunch of demons or unseen, invisible there, and that a lot of them are human, and that they're trying to go home and not be cold. It reminds me a lot of what's that song? Baby It's Cold Outside, whatever it is. It just sounds real creepy and real like I'm trying to get in your business, but not in any good way at all. So then some mild threats and serious threats were thrown back and forth, and then eventually There was a storm coming. Not sure if it's actually a storm or just too many bugs, or what are they called? Death hearses? I feel like that's a redundant name. Death and hearse. Anyway. Yeah, so giant bug storm plague thing coming, and that's where we ended. And then Vincent went off to do some fucking weird thing. Oh, we all rest at the end. It's important. And that's the recap. You're welcome.
You get a fortune, and you can keep it for yourself because you're a cat.
You're goddamn right.
Beautiful.
Anything to add, honey?
The unseen are crybabies having a tantrum. There was a massive slope but I have massive slob nope dog.
Tater tot, yeah.
Yeah.
Bearded
Tater Tot's
dragons.
small.
No, this was something that showed up when they were seeing ghosts. And
yeah.
massive
Oh, yeah,
slob
spooky
nope
boy.
dog.
It's just
Bearded
like Grimly?
dragons, cat bats, magic bull, cell phone, satellite, artifact of mystery, death hearse, and have a seat. That was my notes.
Wow.
You actually figured out what you're in.
Yes, because and the names I have written down: Liniment Thunderchild, Murder Farcochild, Cinder Somethingberg, and Tater Tot Terry. Those are the names I managed to
I
get.
love it.
I think the only thing that you actually reminded me was that Grimly and Mr. Tibbles heard voices.
Yes.
It's true.
Mhm.
Spooky, spooky voices.
Trying to tell me to be a good cat. What is that?
Good kitty. All right. Oh, thing that I wanted to mention. Right now, Twitch is doing Pride emojis with Trevor Project. So, if you unlock an emoji, if you subscribe, or if you cheer for like 300 bits or more, or if you gift a sub, I think like 10% of that goes to the Trevor Project. So it's a great time to do that. Happy Pride, everybody. I think there's also, I should have prepared this. I think it might also go to Black Lives Matter. I got this email twice today saying that they were working with Trevor Project and another charity. But yes, please do that. It's very nice right now. Oh, here, I found it. I'm sorry. I'm wasting precious game time. It's going to the National Black Justice Coalition and the Trevor Project. So, thanks. Do that. Anyway, let's play Paws at Claws. So you had just seen a fog and heard a skittering sound.
Mm.
And we're told that this was the death hearse.
And since I had to miss the last few minutes because my tech failed me, who said it was the death hearse? Who named these things?
I think that, was it Vincent and Honey who knew what it was? Or was it the cats that did?
That's
Yeah, the cats knew what it was.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. So that's disturbing.
A little bit.
Just a
Well,
little.
That sounds lovely. Mr. Tibbles is going to start polishing his warhammer.
Yeah. Would Baguette know anything about a death hearse?
Give me a no arcana check.
Okay, let's see. First roll of the night. Not stupendous, considering I have a plus 12. It's a 16.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I was a little disappointed.
So you know that they mostly come out during the fog. They plague the monarchies, but, they're not terribly particular who they mess with. You can tell they're coming when you see strange, spindly-looking clouds in the sky, and then cloud-like snakes extend to grab and wrap around the arms, legs, necks, any sort of exposed area of a cat or lizard, and yank it up into the cloud, never to be seen again.
That's right.
It's called
Wow.
uploading. Got to upload to the cloud.
Yeah, cats are pretty advanced.
Okay. All right. So these things are arriving en masse then.
You hear this skittering sound get louder, and you see these long, shiny tendrils start emanating from the shiny tower, coming out from the middle of it. Tater Tot Terry draws his weapon and stands at attention. Cinders and Leoman put their hands on the stone table, the altar-looking thing. Yertle ducks into her shell. And all of the other lizards who have been digging suddenly put their hands up and look skyward and begin to chant.
What are they chanting, Jess?
It's something that you don't quite understand. It's in a language that you're not terribly familiar with.
Good.
But you could give me no culture. Check to see if you understand the lizard language.
Oh, I do know that's lizard language, though.
Yes.
All right.
You've traded with lizards.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give it a whirl. I will say at this moment, because we just came out of taking a rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Grimly sees all of this stuff going on, he's immediately pulling out his hammer and looking. Is Vincent still somewhere nearby?
Vincent said he was going to be helping Baguette do whatever it is that she's doing until he can
Okay.
join the show.
He
Gotcha.
instinctively looks towards where Vincent would be, but seeing him off Baguette, he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, is that supposed to happen?" And just that's a 18.
Okay. So you understand enough of this. You traded with like traveling lizard merchants.
Mm.
You hear them saying, "Choose me."
This is what they told us about.
And give us your blessing. Kind of like just cyclical.
Do you relay that to us?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll just be like, I think they want to be chosen.
Ah. Oh, I have seen things like this before. Monsieur Tater Tot,
Yes. What?
do they prefer live catches or dead ones?
Tater Tot kind of just looks at you holding out his cutlass. Says, "Live, of course, they make the dead.
I say that again, you cut out.
Live, of course, they make the dead."
Ah. Very good. Jean-Pierre goes and finds 2 of the lizards and just kind of drags them over and holds on to one and brings one near Eartha and says, Ursa, make sure you hold on to this. If the Death Horse tries to come get you, I just give it to them, yeah?
Sorry, I had the mental picture of a cat dragging a dead lizard into the house and giving it to you for your protection. Bertha is going to take
So
a
their
deep
tails
breath.
fall off as soon as you pick them up.
She's going to take the lizards in a trance kind of situation going on here.
They're still conscious. They're not thrilled about being picked up, I'll tell you that. But actually give me it's not traverse. It wouldn't be balance either. Yeah, give me a balance check or something to carry these lizards over.
Sure. That suits me more than fine. Oh yeah, that's a 23.
They got a 4, so you have carried these lizards successfully.
And while dragging them, Jean-Pierre's just like, do not worry, I'm trying to make you more likely to be the sacrifice.
They just look at you, eyes wide, and starting to get a little bit glassy as they continue chanting, and one of them nods.
See, this is a favorable deal. Very good. Jean-Pierre looks at everyone. Everyone, grab yourselves a lizard for protection from the death hearse. If one tries to come grab you with its little bug claws and legs, just hold the lizard up in the way because they want to die. So might as well protect us.
But I thought don't the unseen want to go with them?
I do not care about the unseen right now. I care about not being killed by the death hearse.
But while all this is happening, Baguette's just kind of fiddling with her holy symbol and getting it at the ready. Because, yeah, she doesn't like this. She's just really watching it very intently.
The cloud gets lower, and you see spindles reach out and pick up one of the lizards. And you hear, "I've been chosen!"
Claw.
There it is.
As
Beat me to it.
But the cloud keeps descending.
Yep.
Artha is going to look to JP in his lizard plan. JP, bring the lizard. Come sit a little bit closer here. Give me your paw.
And Jean-Pierre just kind of places the second lizard next to Artha and hands out his paw to Artha.
He's going to cover the paw, with her other paw and just take a deep breath. The first time that I thought you were dead, and she's gonna shake her head. This is not the place I planned to die, and this is not the place I planned to watch you actually die. So, you say bonjour, and I say hello. You say merde, and I say hell no. The death hearse is coming, and we should be running. So move like the wind, my friend. And she's going to cast Long Strider on JP so that he gets an additional 10 feet for the next, into speed for the next hour. And then she's going to look to the clouds. And if you do die, I will travel to the depths of hell itself. I'm very charismatic. And drag you back myself.
I'll
And
meet you
she
halfway.
Nods and looks to everyone. Well, this is bad. Hold your lizards where they're in full view. But I'm wondering if she's going to talk to the group of cultist people. Has anyone ever tried flipping a switch on the weather to see how the death hearse responds?
Cinders just says, well, you see, it's they're choosing from the lizards want to be chosen to help the unseen, so we're giving them more bodies, and eventually they'll choose one of us to go what's up there, so we can learn what's up there. You see, it's really quite fascinating. And you lay him in just says, no, we do not know that magic.
Does it look like the lizards are just getting scooped up like some really messed up, creepy
Only
looking?
one so far.
Okay. And so she's just going to be at the ready, a slight silver shimmer in her eyes. And she's just, so what's the plan? Do we stay here? Do we run?
Can we fight a death hearse? Is that like a thing we can actually do something about?
There is a swarm of them, so if you want to fight all of them, be my guest. but I will use this lizard as a lizard shield. But-
Who was? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you are fine. Go ahead.
Who was saying that after so many sacrifices, they'll take them up?
That was Cinder's fun Simric.
Cinders?
Mm-hmm.
I don't grab a lizard. I stand next to Cinders.
Sorry, there's a fly.
Eartha looks impressed. She's just like, yes, I can get behind that. Grimly, darling, this is quite possibly one of the most deadly things we're going to face.
And we faced the boogeyman, so that's saying something. Can we just leave, maybe? I mean, we found the pillar thing. We found the unseen.
Grimly, do you have lizards on either side of you?
Who?
Grimly.
Oh, yeah. One's leaking a bit, but yeah.
One's leaking.
One's leaking?
It happens to lizards.
Okay, let's roll initiative. It seems like it's
Yeah.
time for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna switch dice because I didn't like what that one did.
Hi, Tony.
12.
Okay.
Ah, excellent. That's what I like to see.
Is it a
17.
one?
18.
22.
6.
Has Grimly rolled above a 10 initiative?
No. Once. And then I think we didn't end up killing it, so.
Do you have a negative dex modifier?
I have a +3. I rolled a 3.
Oh! Okay, well, jump here. You are up, and you see this thing getting lower, and it's starting to move towards the center of the bowl area.
Is it close to? Who is it moving close to?
It looks like it's moving close to Cinders, but it's hard to tell because it's a very large cloud.
Yeah, okay. Jump here. Will get ready on his crossbow. Have his lizard meat shield. In the other hand,
This is terrible.
they want to die. And watch for any big bugs that get near himself or Eartha.
Okay.
And if they do, he will shoot them.
Okay. Mr. Tibbles, you are up.
I'm going to ready my meat shield, which is not a lizard.
Ready your meat shields, boys.
And I am going to... I'm going to use Barbed Heckle.
Ooh.
And,
On Cinders or on the Death Hearse?
Oh, Barbed Heckle, allies within 10 feet get saving throw equal to my saving throws. They gain my charisma modifier.
Oh, nice.
And I'm just going to say... Come down here and fight like a man, you redundant Death Hearse pieces of shit.
Subtle.
What's your
Subtle.
charisma modifier?
+2.
Okay.
So everybody who is 10 feet from me gets, all of my allies get +2 to their saving throws.
Nice.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Are you giving that to Cinders too, or are you using Cinders as a meat shield?
Oh.
Not Cinders. Okay.
Up to Cinders, I will give it to Tater Tot.
Okay. Eartha Kitty, you are up.
Okay.
Step 1, ready the meat shield.
Yep.
That's a lot. How far down are the clouds right now?
Let's see. Oh, of course you don't tell me how far you go, what the range is of things. Oh, yes, you do. 50 feet.
Okay.
Okay. This may actually. Man. Okay, I'm going to play it differently because. Dag nammit. You see Eartha reaches into her little pouch and takes out that jar that she had where it seemed like she was just oddly collecting these, very small, like ants and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to, just as she watches, shake them out a little bit so they crawl, over her paws. And she leans down to gently guide them into the ground and just kind of whisper sings softly. Do you see the creatures bleed, fighting the things they shouldn't fight? It's the sound. And she's just whispering softly to them, and you see these. She's going to cast a giant worm equivalent, but you see the ants go from small to really big really quickly
Yes.
as she casts giant worm.
Is that the name of the spell?
Yeah.
Yes, but I have ants instead of worms.
Giant worm.
Yeah, I just do it, and if they last for 10 minutes, and I have,
And we set it up so they can fly, right?
I have 5 of them. Yes, she's going to put out 3. So you see
Okay.
these 3 of the tiny ants just all of a sudden just get huge around her, like a chorus,
Mm-hmm.
and she.
Do they sing too?
They hum softly, and she's like,
Back up.
just fluffs her fur a little bit. You don't go to a performance without your backup dancers. And she's looks to JP, looks to them. More targets. And she's going to be at the ready.
All right. Let's see. It is Baguette's turn.
Oh boy. I have a question.
Yeah.
Based on Baguette's earlier role, would she know if these death hearse creepies are either undead or unseen in nature?
Ooh, you know what? You would think that. So, this is funny because they're described as beasts, but I really don't think they are. So, I'm going to say that they are seen alongside the unseen, which is kind of funny. They're like visible unseen.
But not necessarily themselves of that same substance or nature.
Right.
Okay. Kind of needed to know that because then I won't do a thing that I was going to do. So I think, let's see. I mean, honestly, who's closest to Baguette? Who's standing around? Let's see. I think I will bless some of my colleagues.
Okay.
To help them get ready. Let's see. I can do up to 3. I think brave Mr. Tibbles because he's putting himself right in the mix. And let's see. Who feels like they need a little, because I can only do 3 and there's 4 of you. So who wants a little extra something?
I'll abstain. Give it to them.
Okay. So the other 3, you all have bless. So on your next attack ability or saving throw roll before the spell ends, I can keep it up for a minute. You get a D4.
Sweet.
bad.
It is time for the Death Hearst's turn. And
Can I ask? You said they're a swarm. How big of a swarm are we talking again?
so it sounds like 1,000 insects. It's kind of like a big cloud, like a cirrus cloud.
Okay.
You don't see like individual things, but you know those like wispy clouds? It just
Yeah.
looks like a cloud.
It's one of those important distinctions. Like, it's okay if it sounds like 1,000 insects. If it is 1,000 insects, that's what worries me. But sorry, continue.
It's large. It's
Excellent.
not as big as a giant. Well, actually, I think it is as big as a giant. Yeah, it's as big as a giant. But in the sky.
So, like a sky giant.
So let me see. Mr. Tibbles.
Huh?
You see one of those wisps coming towards you. And does 19 hit you?
19 just hits me.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
So...
Do I had any AC because I readied my meat shield?
It really doesn't care
Continue.
about your meat shield.
Continue.
Yeah. I respect the question, though.
But that was a good guess.
Yep.
And you are going to take 23 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And now please give me a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw?
Yep.
And you can add a
That's
D4 if you
cocked.
want.
Yeah, I'm not going to add the D4 to that, but thank you. That's 22.
Nice.
Good job. You have been smacked, but you are not wrapped up. It is Grimly's turn.
You're muted.
I am muted. So there's just a swarm of these things. Mr. Tibbles just got wrapped up by, like, swarmies coming around him.
Basically like a long tendril of fog just came
Okay.
down and punched Mr. Tibbles in the gut and tried to wrap itself around his body to pick him up, but he got free.
Just sounds like when you pick up a cat anytime.
Broop.
I'm going. Grimly's going to just stand there, a little bit sort of indecisive, but then seeing Tibbles get wrapped up, I'm just going to run forward with a little and just start kind of swatting the air around Tibbles, seeing if it actually has any effect. I'm going to swing the mace around.
Yeah, do it.
And what the heck? I'll rage. Let's go barbarian.
Yay!
So that is a +9, so that's a 27.
What are you hitting it with?
The magical mallet, the maul, +1.
Okay.
Does that hit?
A 27, yeah, that hits.
Oh, cool. So that is 26 damage then.
Shit. Okay.
I do one thing.
But you do it really well,
I
and we're
do
very
it
glad.
super well.
Okay. Yeah, you wang on that thing. You hit it hard.
Heck yeah.
And
Is
at first, when you hit it, it seems to not take as much of effect as you thought.
Hmm.
But then the glimmer from your maul causes a glimmer inside of the fog. And you see
Okay.
part of that fog rot.
Okay, so I can't. There's like a discernible effect. Okay, cool. Then that's my turn. Grimly's just going to look at the others and say, like, I think hitting it works. Kind of.
Good to know.
At this point, Cinders looks at Mr. Tibbles and says, "Not you! Not you! Me!" And she puts out her paw, and I would like you, Mr. Tibbles first, you feel your mouth start to fill with acid.
Ugh.
And I would like you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Because you feel like you are sinking in water, even though you are on dry land.
Okay. Sorry, I have never heard a DM say anything more terrifying than you feel your mouth start to fill.
Yes.
This was a saving throw?
Yep.
10.
You can use your bless.
I did.
Oh!
There's 3 fortune.
Just perish.
You're a cat. You can just take one.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll actually take one. That's worse.
No!
Yeah.
Do you want to take another one?
No.
Can you keep taking fortune?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Nope, I'm sticking with it.
Okay. Mr. Tibbles, you cannot move. You are paralyzed, and you feel like you are drowning. You cannot breathe. You're not taking any damage yet.
Alright.
Jump here. It's your turn.
Do I see the bullshit happening between those two?
You have super high passive, so I'll say yeah.
I'm shooting her.
That's the only way to be sure.
That's a natural 20.
He says natural 20.
Yeah, and that's a 24.
24 damage.
No, that's a 24 to hit for the second
Oh,
one because
okay.
I've got my bonus action.
Okay, cool. Yes, you have hit, and because you got a nat 20, you do your max damage.
Max damage, which is 12 damage for the first one.
Okay.
That's not. I didn't have advantage on that at all.
No.
So, damn. Disappointing. And then the other one, that's 11.
That one does not go through.
No, that's the 11 damage for the second
11
one.
damage. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So in total, it's 23.
23. Yep. This cat's not happy in general
Well-
now.
Good.
Yeah, I don't really want this cat to be happy.
Mr. Tibbles, I can give you that wisdom save again if you want.
Oh.
What'd you get?
5.
Oh,
Oh, baby. Okay.
Snowball's back.
Snowball is
Thank
back.
God, honestly.
I'll give you that on Cinders' turn, not your turn. All right, Eartha, you are up.
Wow. Okay. Eartha was just kind of holding her little bugs at bay, but now she's just going to release them, and I'll get to them in a minute. But because she's got giant bugs that's concentration, I have to use things that aren't concentration. So she just stands there and looks at the tendril where it came down to hit him, and trusts JP to deal with the knowledge skank. And so she just sits there and goes, "In death you came to us, tendrils of pain. Please take the lizard ones from us, abstain. Snatch up that classic cat. I'm a skin that hold. The hearse of death has come. Oh God, why us? Oh, screw them all. And she's gonna cast Shatter at the clouds.
At the lizards?
No,
or at the death hearse?
Yes, at the hearse.
Okay, cool. That's a save for me, right?
That is.
Oh God. Andrew Lloyd Webber would be proud.
I'm speechless. I love that song. That was beautiful. Thank you.
What kind of save is that, hun?
That is a Constitution saving throw.
That's an 11.
Yep, that fails. So I'm going to do 2d8 thunder damage.
Do it! And you know what? I'm giving a fortune to Eartha, because that is like 3 songs already, and we're like less than an hour in.
So that's
True.
going to be 12 thunder damage.
Okay.
And then Claude the ant is going to run to attack. Well, all 3 of them can attack. So Claude, Flavian, and Renaud the ants are going to run forward to attack Cinders.
Okay.
That's a +5. I'm just gonna roll one roll for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want me to roll each one individually?
No, it's fine. Just roll one.
Is it 18 plus 5?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so 3 plus 3, 6 piercing damage. And she is grabbed, so she is immobile if she does. What is this save for her to be immobile?
For her to be immobile?
Yeah, they have a grab attack. Don't have their stats in front of me.
Oh, okay. Then she can't like move or take actions. Let's see. Okay, exact. Cannot move. Attack rolls at you have advantage, and your attack rolls are disadvantage. You have disadvantage on dex saving throws.
No. The ants have an attack, right?
Yeah.
That's what grab is?
Mm-hmm.
And what do they have to save against?
Oh. Sorry. I thought you were asking what immobile did. Giant ants are a Pugmire creature. Let me get them up. Giant ants. We made these drones. Grab. Giant ant must do damage with its bite attack. Giant ant may choose to inflict the immobile condition at this time if it hits with a bite.
Yeah, so 6 points of damage and immobile.
Cool.
And hopefully that will break whatever concentration she has. Oh, we'll see.
I think that probably would do it. So, Mr. Tibbles, you can suddenly breathe again.
Thank God.
She's
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am.
She's just gonna go. Mr. Tibbles, it's not your time yet. Pull yourself together, cough up whatever is stuck in your throat, and just start swinging. And she's gonna give him bonus action invigoration, so you get a d6 to your next roll.
Hell yeah.
That's all.
If you try and cough, nothing comes out. The acid that you felt was all in your mind.
It's a genjutsu.
Baguette, you are up.
We got it all. Les Miserables, Naruto references.
All right. Well, how how at this point, how close are these awful swarmy things?
50 feet.
50 feet. I am going to conjure up, holding on to my holy symbol and muttering, "Bite only those who endanger you." And she's going to cast Wolfpack.
Yeah.
So you see these non-corporeal wolves just form and swirl all around Baguette and her compatriots, because I can do it up to 4 other characters, protecting us. And so if they try to come into that fracas, they're not going to be happy.
Okay, so around like everybody.
Yeah, because I could do it on myself and up to 4 others. So,
Sweet.
yep. So if they attempt to enter, or if they start their turn there, these creepy things, or anybody who might try to do what just happened to Mr. Tibbles, they're going to have to make a Constitution saving throw. So,
Yeah.
So at this point, you see the death hearse reach out for Mr. Tibbles again, but Cinders throws herself in front of you and says, "Me!" And the tendrils wrap around her, and she is lifted up into the sky.
Technical question.
Yeah.
Because I love pointing out things that make my characters in danger. Could Cinders do that while immobile?
Oh, no, you know what? She's immobile. She can't do it. She can't do it.
Because I like to point out things that get my characters in danger.
right?
As you should.
What am I rolling?
That's fun.
Kill him.
You know what? Since she is immobile and they get advantage on pulling up immobile targets, they would just go for her, now that you mention it. So that doesn't even put you in danger. They're just going to reach down and scoop her ass right up.
Good try, Alan. Good try.
I know you really wanted to be killed, but...
No. I was just like... But... The rules...
Thank you for reminding me she was immobile. I even wrote down that she was immobile. I'm just a terrible guide.
We're trying to jump
hey.
in front of these bullets.
Ooh. Stole your role right there. You're a great guide.
Great guy.
True. You're fantastic.
Yeah, get out of here with that. You better fucking believe it. Okay?
Thank you, Cameron.
But just to be clear, this isn't wanted, so stop curbing these bullets. Shoot us in the face.
Right?
Okay. And as she's picked up, let's see, what would that be? 8, 10, 16, 17, I don't know. Yeah. You see her, it almost goes around her body and out her mouth. And she starts choking as it lifts her up into the sky. Her hands start to shake, and she shoots out a blast of frozen acid onto the ground, and then goes limp as she's brought up into the sky.
You know, Mr. Tibbles may be immune to fear, but I'm not.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Girly, you're up.
You're muted again.
Son of a bitch. All right. Anyway,
We know what that was.
I'm so usually good about it. That was terrifying. So first, Grimly's going to scream. Frozen acid's not near where he is, so he's just going to scuttle back really quick. And I think he's going to try and there's going to be a moment where he tries to just grab Mr. Tibbles by like the back of his arm and just pull him away. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're done. Let them take care of it. Okay. And as he's trying to do it, he's just going to sort of swing back over his shoulder like, with his maul. So I'll make an attack.
Okay. That's the cutest thing.
Yeah, cute. 19. 10. So 19 would be 28.
Yeah, that hits.
Another 26 damage.
Holy shit.
When
Maybe
I'm raging,
get out a calculator for this shit.
when I'm
So
raging,
you said
I
26
just crit.
damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Giving this thing 64 damage, Grimly, I think. Just by yourself.
I try.
And Cinders is not around. Jean-Pierre, it is your turn. Oh no, Jean-Pierre shot at it. Oh no, you shot at Cinders. Never mind. So yeah, that has been all Grimly.
2 questions.
Yes.
Is she still alive and is she in range? No, and no, probably.
She's 50 feet away from you,
Okay, that's
but
in
you
range.
cannot see her because she is
In the
covered
fog.
in fog.
Okay.
But let me see if you can tell if she's alive or dead, because it would be hard for you to tell from where you are.
Hey, if she's covered in fog, Jean-Pierre's not gonna go with trying to kill her, even if she's alive.
Okay.
Because it's not worth his like action economy, so to say.
Got it. I was gonna say I could, have you give me a heal check to see if she was alive.
Yeah, no, he doesn't care. So he's just gonna go back to holding his action to see if any of them come near himself or Eartha. He's gonna shoot. Other than that, he's waiting because.
Okay. Thank you for subscribing, Hot Dog Wizard. Mr. Tibbles, you are up.
Mr. Tibbles is going to flail wildly out of Grimly's reach because he does not like being dragged away.
Understandable.
He wants to be in the middle of the fight. That's his thing. Is there any part that is within reach that I could hit at this point?
It's all 50 feet and foggy.
Alright. I go back to back with Grimly.
You know what? Actually, since it just grabbed Cinders, I'll say it's 25 feet because it came down and didn't get to go all the way back up.
And no, I still can't reach that.
Okay.
No.
I'm
You could
tiny.
maybe throw something at it.
I have one weapon.
Okay. Baguette.
If they just came down within 30 feet, I got a bunch of non-corporeal dogs that are gonna do awful things to them, I hope.
Well, they're
'Cause
20 feet down.
That's my point. They're,
Okay.
they're within range, so they just wandered into a swirling morass of FU dogs. So they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Let's do it.
They
failed badly.
I was even looking up what is safety? See,
I bet it's higher than 9.
Oh yeah, it is. So that means that they get to take, let's see, 2d6 force damage.
I totally skipped Eartha.
Oh no.
But let's do Baguette, then we'll go back. I'm sorry,
Okay.
honey.
All right. That means they take 8 points of force damage.
Okay.
Not that it sounds like they can't be knocked prone given that it's a swarm, so that part doesn't apply. But they take 8 points of force damage.
Don't keep calling it a swarm. It's not a swarm. It's a hearse.
I know, but whatever it is, I don't think it can be knocked prone. I mean, if it can be, it just did.
It did?
Yeah, because on a failure, they take damage and they're knocked prone.
Then this
Trampled by
cloud
their feet.
falls to the ground.
And they're trampled by my dogs, by my wolves,
Yay!
for 8 points of damage.
8 additional points?
Nope, just
Okay.
2d6 force damage and are knocked prone, trampled by their feet.
You just trip a cloud.
You
Yep.
tripped a cloud.
I tripped
Oh,
a cloud
no.
with the power of my faith.
God and anime.
Yep. Baguette has man and anime on her side.
Don't
Yeah,
make me
it
put the
doesn't
headband
say.
back on.
It doesn't say that it's immune to prone, so yeah, you tripped
Really?
a cloud.
That's fantastic.
Were any of us underneath it?
I mean, you were kind of all underneath it, but
Yeah.
it's wispy.
I mean,
We're covered in
doesn't
bugs.
weigh much.
Fantastic.
However,
tripped a cloud.
Eartha, you're up, my love.
So, the cloud has been tripped and is on the ground now. So
Yes.
it's like, and there's wispy stuff all around us.
Yes.
Okay. Is it obstructing our ability to move in any way, shape, or form?
Nope, you can go through it. You might trip on cinders and a few lizards.
That is disgusting. Sorry, there's a whole bunch of activity going on outside and it's sort of creeping me out. So she's just going to... Are we running or are we staying?
Well, we still had to figure out what we were going to do with the unseen, but I'm open to whatever but everybody else wants.
I'm just going to be honest at this point. I really don't care about the unseen. We've seen that they can be seen, which kind of negates the name and the myth, and they're just crybabies. So at this point, have we gotten all the answers that we need?
I'm trying to make Mr. Tibbles run, but he doesn't want to.
I think we have some more things to figure out. We can solve this riddle of the unseen and maybe stop them from plaguing the places in Pugmire where they are affecting people. So maybe we go into the tower. It does not look like the hearses are going there. And it seems that is where all this horse shit is coming from.
I actually
can we see a way
agree
into the
with
tower?
JP.
There's no door to the tower.
It's just an obelisk.
Okay, so I have broken
You can
into
climb
enough
it.
fancy places in my life that places that do not have doors
Yeah.
always have doors. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we can go find this door if it's magical or not, or we can climb to the top and or we can just destroy it.
God.
Or we can go for the bowl.
We are in the bowl.
We're all standing in the bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought we were like on the perimeter.
All the perimeter is broken except the only perimeter left is the tower.
Okay, gotcha.
Here,
Had the wrong
I'll tell
picture
you,
in my head.
you're standing in a satellite.
Yeah, I mean, the player
Yeah.
kind of figured.
Ah,
Yeah. And all that's left is like one section of it and the bowl. And then an
Gotcha.
altar that has been added later.
Okay, I had the wrong picture in my head.
fair enough.
God dang it. Okay. Is a death hearse considered a singular entity or
Yes.
multiple entity? Oh,
One.
great. Wonderful. This is probably going to fail. But this is Eartha. So she's going to exhale and let the big ants suddenly become tiny ants again. to crawl back to her. She lets giant worm drop. Good God, another helicopter. And she's going to face the death wispy hearth thingy blah 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 around her. And just go. Is this the way things have to go? I got the message when you started snatching things I hate to do. And she's going to cast command and just say, stop.
Wisdom save, right?
Yes, because it's within 60. No. Yeah.
That is a 19.
It passes. Yeah. It does. It's probably going to fail because of Death Hearst thing, and she's just going to. I'm stalling here so that you all can start making your way towards the obelisk. I would appreciate if my waste of magic did not actually be in vain. And then that's her. In bonus action, she's just going to give a d6 to her allies because she's trying to encourage them. So your next rolls, you get an additional d6
Thank
of
God.
invigoration.
But yeah, question. When a target is prone because of your spirit dogs, does it take additional damage to become unprone?
It does not say that.
Okay.
You can just stand up.
It just says, yeah, it's they take the damage and they're knocked prone and trampled on a failure.
Okay. So I'd say at this point, the Death Hearse would start to lift up and take its movement to fly 50 feet up into the sky.
Now, if I'm reading this correctly, though, they not only take damage when they enter the area, but also when they start their turn there.
Okay. So give me
It says,
more damage.
So they're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
My wolves are not done with them.
Mess with them.
Yeah. That's an additional 7.
Okay. And it is now 50. I'll say it's going to dash. It starts to go 100. Oh, no, it can't because it was prone. So it goes 50 feet up into the sky.
Oh, goodbye.
Grimly, you're up.
Okay, well, if that thing just bugged out, then yeah, Grimly's just gonna give Eartha just a little quick like, and just turn around and run towards the obelisk. He isn't gonna leave his lizard behind, though.
Jean-Pierre.
So, the swarm is leaving?
Yes. And I just got a message from CB that he can join. So,
Yes.
Hey.
give me just a second. Let me... Hey, team. Give us just a second. But yes, the Death Hearse is leaving.
Bye.
We were just becoming friends.
As it... Ooh, give me just a second. And...
Okay, you're freaking me out, CB.
Oh, no, it's the eyes again.
Hey, they're back.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I say that with all kinds of love in my heart. You're creeping me out right now. It's great.
It was a trivia night, and
There we
they
are.
were Elphaba, and I was Glinda.
Oh.
That's fantastic.
So
Hello,
they-
everyone.
Tell us who you are and who you're playing.
Oh shit, I'm here. Hi. I'm
We've been waiting for an hour.
Oh, F off. Hi, I'm Omega Critical Bard. I'm here. I do stuff. I play your mysterious oracle. Look at the eyes. I'm here. Goodbye.
So CB, to wrap up, they have been fighting the Death Hearse, which took Cinders von Cimric, the cat. And now it is flying up into the sky. They also use lizards as puppy and kitty shields.
Okay.
And as
I'd also like to say Cinders deserved it.
So
Yeah.
Cinders is gone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like dead?
So as the
Yes.
dust
Presumably,
flies
yeah.
away,
Kind of got snatched up like,
you
Oh,
see
goodbye.
2 lizard bodies, but you do not see the body of Cinders.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
I
well,
mean-
she was probably possessed and is now off.
in a better place.
No.
I don't think it's a better place. No. No.
So what's happening now? Sorry.
So Deathhurst is just retreating back into the sky for a reason.
Okay.
We are retreating back towards the obelisk in the center of the big dish.
Yeah.
So
Is the obelisk in the center of the dish?
It's not coming out of the center. It's like back side.
Out of character, it was the base for the dish itself.
No, it's like, you know how satellites have like that one type of material and then like the glass type material on the outside? It's like one part of what's left of the glass material.
Okay.
Are we talking like normal satellite dish, or are we talking GoldenEye, end of GoldenEye's kind of satellite dish?
It's more like if a space satellite and a massive TV cable satellite had a baby.
Okay.
So think
I'm
of like the
understanding.
thing that hangs off of a space satellite. It's
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it's a solar panel looking thing.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Baguette will also head over to that because she definitely wants to take a closer look since all of those unseen were populating it before. So she's going to go check it out.
Is anyone hurt? Like, what's the general
Mr. Tibbles is pretty jacked up.
feel? Great. I'll come back to that real quick. But like, what's like? So we're going to the obelisk. Deathhurst thing is flying away up for some reason. What about the other cultist people?
still here, as far as I know. I mean, not in. They were wanting to be snatched up. So that's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tater
I don't know
Tot
if-
did not seem to want to be snatched up. Tater Tot was like weapon at the ready. But everybody else, and Myrtle Yertle's child was in her shell. Like, she also did not want to be snatched up. But the rest of the lizards were chanting.
They were very much like the claw and getting pulled up. So,
Yeah.
Claw.
so that's where we're at.
Okay. Then I will.
Mr. Tibbles started dry drowning.
Yeah, it was freaky.
There was a spell cast on him. So overall, you didn't miss much. So
Okay. Well, in character, Vincent, not confused, will go over to Tibbles. On a scale of 1 to however many points you want to denote as your potential spiritual stamina, where are you?
1 to 77, I'm at 64.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Do you need any assistance or?
He seemed like he was trying to get hurt more, actually. So
Okay.
Wanted to fight more.
Well, I will spare things for now. I will. Yes. And I look back at the rest of the group. Is anyone else? What? Yeah. My apologies. I was.
you have
Not.
nothing to apologize for. Let us get moving. The least amount of time we all have to spend on this island dealing with this inane problem, I think the better for all of us it will be, no?
yeah, the hearse is leaving. Why is the hearse leaving? Is it because it got someone and that's all it wanted?
It's taking a dead body away to the place that it needs to go. That's horses do, you know.
That's what Baguette wants to learn more about. It's like, where are they going and what's happening?
Layman, Thunder's child, who's had his claws on the altar this whole time, looks up and says, "She got what she wanted. She will return. They
Do I
will
dare-
return together."
Wait, what? Say that again. In what form will she return?
It's taking her to them. She
Uh-huh.
will be their vessel.
So she will be able to communicate how we can help everyone, you know, have this not be a problem.
But I never thought she was strong enough. But perhaps if she survives the process, she'll be able to communicate with us. Otherwise,
I,
we'll
excuse me.
see.
When did all of these problems begin? Huh?
Well, and he pulls out several scrolls and lays a massive one on the altar. This is according to my studies. When the first man killed, the spirit of that man was released and became unseen. Though some dogs or cats will say that the unseen has always been with us, I believe, some say that they predate dogs or that they predate lizards. It's all very theological, and I kind of looks down at you, or up at you, Jean-Pierre, says, and I know that you're a cat of action. So, they have always been with us. They always want something from us.
Mm-hmm.
The old ones never found out what. They went about their lives without them, but we can sense them and feel them.
Is there anything I would know that would either confirm or deny anything they are saying?
Did Claudia ever talk to you about ghost stories?
I feel like I'm metagaming, but I want to say yes.
Yeah.
But I say yes only because, as we talked about last time, I didn't realize just how heavily the unseen stuff was in that as well, and that's something I guess overlooked. So I feel like that would have been just like things. I was puppy.
Then you probably would know. You would confirm that probably.
Okay. So the question, it seems, is when will they come back? And if they come back, will they be who they were, or will they be someone we need to destroy? What are we waiting for? How long do we need to wait? These are things we don't know.
I think we also had to think about is this anything that we can do? Because if this is something that was around for man when man first killed each other, then we can do nothing.
I can help one at a time. Something that is undead, I can help it pass on. But I can't do a group all at once if what they're looking for is some peace. But
from my understanding of the old ones, they are always, whether alive or dead or undead or unseen, they're always tied to something.
Right.
So perhaps the question isn't how do we help them? It's more so, what can we do? What can we interact with that would be the conduit so we can help everything? I do not believe it's going to be a one-by-one situation.
I don't either. They are plaintive sounding. The one said, nobody ever helps. And the other one said something about home, but how to get them there. And I think Baguette's going to start inspecting this bowl that we're in and try to figure that out a little bit more. It's like there's something about this place that attracts them or keeps them here. I just don't understand it. And it's not only man, it's also dogs and lizards and
Well, there must be some sort of reason that things have been getting worse, or something along those lines that we can affect here, or something along that. And from all of our interactions, it seems that tower structure is part of the problem.
Has anyone tried to touch the tower yet?
not yet.
No, we were going to head there after the death hearse left us.
Yeah, at this point, while you've been talking, it's pretty much flown up into the sky and dissipated.
Bye.
Then I believe that is what we need to go.
Agree.
Let's go.
Lambert.
But again, is everyone else okay before we go over to the obelisk of potential doom?
We already dealt with the death hearse of potential doom. I'm all doomed out. I'm okay.
Okay.
All right.
Then yeah, he'll start sauntering over.
Yeah, heading up towards that there obelisk.
I picture Baguette's short little legs trying to doing their thing, little corgi legs. Yeah.
Jean-Pierre with Strider on is just walking and going faster than everyone else.
Maybe.
Jean-Pierre has double speed right now.
I have double speed.
Never mind.
I'm going real fast.
Bye.
So, Jean-Pierre, are you going to climb that tower?
So I'm going to look at it.
Okay.
And walk around it if I can.
You can walk around the front of it. The back is sheer and connected to the bowl.
Okay. So it doesn't look like a structure at all. It just looks like there's no interior from what I can see.
Right.
Okay. Can I take a look and see if there's anything at the top?
At the top? Yeah, give me a notice check.
That's a 22.
Sorry, I don't know if you can hear Henry, but he is
I
losing his
can.
goddamn mind.
Oh, poor Henry.
It's okay. That's what he's been doing for the last 6 hours. Okay. So those flying cats that you saw before are no longer flying. They just seem perched up there. You still see some shimmering. But now that you're close, you can see that the top is flat. Flat enough to sit upon.
We have tried touching the tower, right, and seeing if anything happens.
Yeah.
And now I will say, if Kano JP's fast, he will say, "Please don't touch it." he wants to inspect it before anyone touches it.
Jean-Pierre says, go ahead and inspect. I will be right back. And Jean-Pierre is going to run over back to the dish, bowl, pick up a lizard, carry it, and throw it at the tower.
Okay, give me a strength check to pick up a lizard. We'll do Do an opposed strength check to pick up the lizard.
18.
Yeah, you got that lizard.
Hell yeah. +0.
He got a 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then, you can throw him at the tower.
Yeah, I throw the
So
lizard
sad.
at his tower. Well, after it's a little bit. It's like maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like, I can picture, I was about to say JP. I can picture Vincent, like, looking over it, even, like, probably putting his hand on it finally and, like, feeling the energy of, like, the older ones and stuff and trying to ascertain it. All of a sudden, splat!
Yep.
JP just screams vibe check.
Yeah. Baguette, by the way, as her little legs will allow, is intending to assist Vincent in any sort of assessment that's happening. So.
Vincent, are you putting your paws on the tower?
She's like, why would you do that? But yeah.
Okay.
Because for him, y'all, he's making friends. For him, he doesn't want anyone who doesn't understand magic to be affected by something that could be magical.
Okay.
And something this dark and different. Even he knows Baguette could handle it.
Mm-hmm.
He's just more prepared for something like this. So I think, yeah, he will do it, and he'll deal with what happens if something happens.
Vincent, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
I can do that gladly.
Sure, it'll be fine.
Totally fine.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh.
That's fortunate. So, when you touch it, two things happen.
Okay.
The first thing
The first thing
is that you feel the tower, even though, it's been sunny, and then there was the fog from the death hearse.
Mm-hmm.
Then the death hearse kind of dissipated, and it's sunny again. You would expect this to feel warm, but it feels very cold.
Mm-hmm.
And then you feel tendrils of energy rushing through your body. And you hear voices telling you to let go, let go, let go. And you sense something trying to control the movement of your paws and your thoughts, but you're able to overpower it, and it releases and goes back into the tower.
Okay. And I think during that, he's pretty still. Like, eyes are closed, very intent. And then once he lets go, well, that was fun.
What happened?
Splat!
Then the lizard shows up.
Splat!
Why did you touch the tower? We went to get that lizard to
No.
mitigate that, huh?
You touched it and a lizard just hit it.
As the lizard hits the tower, and this is the second thing that happened when Vincent touched it, from about midway up, you see the body of Cinders fall to the ground, land with a crash,
Ooh.
and then she stands up. She has
No.
runes glowing in her fur. And she kind of flexes, stretches, and her eyes are now glowing white, like lightning strikes.
Okay, so we understand this. You are back from the dead, whatever. You are possessed by an unseen. Okay. What the fuck do you want? Huh? How do we stop this bullshit? I'm tired of this stupid island.
Let me stop this bullshit. I loved it.
At the exact same time, Mr. Tibbles walks up and says, "Is this Cinders, or is this the Unseen?"
And really quickly, I just gotta pull up the page. I didn't have it open. Let me live.
Let me live. So you just said.
Yeah, let me live.
Perish.
Really quickly, so I need to make sure I'm looking at the right thing. Yeah. He would have summoned Claudia.
Okay.
Especially once the thing hit, it would have been like an instant no.
Yeah.
And right now, everyone gets who's within 30 feet of me? I guess everyone. Yeah.
Everybody.
Pretty much.
Everyone gets. What's our current level? We are kind of level 7.
Mhm.
Everyone gets 12 temporary stamina points.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
But most importantly, we have something else if something happens. But that's okay. That's it. But all right.
Yeah. Baguette's waiting for this answer from Cinders because it's going to determine what she does next.
So she was asked what she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
She straightens her cracked to hell glasses and says, I understand now. We understand.
Okay.
Join us.
No.
Won't
What do you understand exactly? What is it that you want?
She extends her paws out, and you see her claws shining in the sunlight.
Yep.
She says, it's warm again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a body.
And
Are you
Baguette, you see a wave of energy streak towards you, but it doesn't hit you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is why they teach me about the unseen in church. I don't like you. I'm trying to give you a chance. What the hell?
Are you Cindas or are you the unseen?
She turns her head and looks at Mr. Tibbles and says, Oh, Cinders is here. Cinders is...
I run up and hit him with the
wise."
hammer.
That's the spirit.
There's the Mr. Tibbles food.
All while saying, you cast a spell on me, you bitch.
Give me the attack roll, please.
Well. If you said something, honey.
30?
Okay.
30? Yeah, that hits.
30 to hit.
Mr. Tibbles has a lot of incentive.
See, now the damage is going to be very, low, though. Oh, that's actually not terrible. 9 damage.
9.
Not bad.
You hit her, and it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you thought. There's kind of a shimmering energy around her, and when you strike her, those runes just light up.
Yeah. Baguette's studying those runes to see if they make any sort of sense to her.
Okay.
Mr. Tibbles will walk away, saying, now we're even.
Yeah, I'll show you. There's a
Goodness
cool
gracious.
art of what she looks like. Can you see?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
have art.
Okay.
Baguette's just done. Baguette's just really, really done. It's like, all right, I have trained my whole life for this. Again, if a little corgi could crack her knuckles, she'd be doing that right now. Do the runes mean anything, or is it just like language of, you know?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Let's see how that goes. That's 24.
You know that these are reflective runes.
Okay. Reflective runes.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
There sure are some runes.
They're protective runes
Mm-hmm. Okay.
that
Okay.
can, since you got a 24, I'll tell you, they can reflect spell attacks.
Of course they can.
Jean-Pierre turns to look at everyone in the group.
Yeah.
And I think we should probably roll initiative at this point.
Yeah.
Well,
What were you going to say, Jean-Pierre?
hold on.
Let's not roll
Before-
initiative.
Before we do anything, let me appeal to your darker voices.
When I missed
Most
what
of
you
you-
just said.
I
I missed what you just said.
let me appeal to your darker voices for a moment.
Okay.
Many of you have disagreed with me and what I do and what I believe and how I do things. Let me be on the front lines this time and let me see if I can make some sort of amiable compromise. It is clear that they are trying to get something and may have misguided ideas about to get these things. Let me be on the front line, handle things, and you can hold off your inner desires the same ways that I have this whole time we've been with your group. Huh? Give me
If-
this, please.
Be careful. If you end up possessed, I will do something to save you.
That is fine. Kill me, save me, whatever. Just there is something more here than I think all of us may see. I have
It's a good
Did-
idea.
I have had many ideas in my life that have been bad ideas, So give me this one. If it is my last bad idea, give me this bad idea. I feel I can speak with them. No, I'm not going to come closer to you. You have to come closer to me. That is not how this works.
To me, Jean-Pierre.
I'm going to be
Please.
a bastard one last time and say you have to come to me.
Fine, I won't come to you. But Major just like tackles your face as I cast protection from evil
Yep.
on you.
I do not know what you did, but mercy. And
It's a good
Jean-Pierre turns, holds on the hilt of the really shitty charisma sword and goes forward and says, okay, so I understand what you want. You want to escape the confines of whatever interstellar, faith-based, deity-based, whatever bullshit has put you into this situation. You want to escape the cage that you have been born into, so to say. I understand this. So, from one revolutionary to another, what can we do without sacrificing the lives of many for the lives of many? Is there something that is blocking you? When did this begin? You must talk in more things than your desires. You must talk more into theory than into action.
Give me a persuade check, Jean-Pierre, and you have advantage because you have your magical sword.
He actually
do.
has an advantage for a while because he's aided with Fox's
Oh yeah.
Eagle's Splendor right now.
Well, it's a good thing I had that because that was a 1 and a natural 20.
Nice.
So
So her eyes glow, and she takes off her broken glasses and starts kind of rubbing them on her dress. And it seems almost like robotic, like rigid, almost as if her body's doing this out of habit.
Mm-hmm.
Before putting them back on, she says, "We don't know why we're trapped, but willing bodies feel different."
Okay, so think of this realistically. My situation, I want to kill every single royal and monarchist in the monarchies of the cats. But I cannot do this
Her eyes
alone.
flash, and she says, "Kill them here."
Shut up and let me talk. God damn it. So, realistically, that cannot happen. Not by myself, and not without the loss of many lives.
I believe in you.
That is great. I do not care what you
Jean-Pierre.
believe in. So, think of your position realistically. How many willing bodies do you think you will be able to find of people willing to give up their lives to give you your life again? Think with common sense. That is not going to happen. To have enough of you be free and go back into the lives that you want. You have to work with us, the only ones that are actually trying to help you solve this problem and help us find the solution to stop you from being stuck, huh? Stop being so hell-bent on doing this one thing when there is another way that will actually solve your problem.
What way is that?
I don't know. That is what we are here to figure out. When did this begin? Where did this begin? You must give us more information than, oh, this is stop happening, and we want to possess people so we can go back to our lives. You sound like fucking children.
Some of us are children.
That is great. And you want to take other people's lives away from them so you can have yours? How selfish are you?
Why don't they share with us?
Oh my god. Sharing is for physical things, like food.
And bodies.
No. Use your fucking brains. You have no right over someone else's life other than your own. You have to work together to take care of each other. And that means at the cost of your own life, if needs be. Just because you want something does not mean you can do that at the expense of someone else's life.
Eartha will step forward quietly and just gently rest a paw on JP's shoulder. And she's just going to ask very softly to JP, what about the ones who don't have much life left?
No. No. I would rather burn down every fucking factory, every fucking building in this world than give up one person's life.
I'm not talking about giving up lives. She was mentioning that willing bodies are preferable. And she holds out the pearlescent, whatever it was, the little hand glass thing to JP. I'm not looking for a way home. There are many that are sick. There are many that, if given the choice to continue living in a way that they cannot do on their own, if these unseen are doing this for purely selfish reasons, do you think that could be a consideration? Or do you believe that the unseen's desire is simply to just exist?
The fact of the matter is that everything we know about them is that they are the souls of the dead. Either human, cat, dog, lizard, whatever. And their desire to exist is... Think of it in the same way that those of the monarchies want to live forever. They dabble in darker magic, or they dabble in trying to make as many statues to the size of their own tails. They want to live forever.
She nods. All right. This time I'm following your lead on this. But I promise you, if you get yourself killed, I will kill you.
Good.
And she's just gonna sort of lean and watch, because she doesn't trust his hoe.
He'll turn back to Cinder and say, "So, have you thought of a constructive way to address your problem, or are you still stuck on this inane idea of possessing everyone in the world to continue your own life? If you want to move on to the great beyond or wherever you are going, help me here. I'm trying to help you, or we're going to kill you here, and then everyone in this fucking world is going to keep killing you."
Cinder stretches. Says, "It's so nice to move freely and be warm again."
So you are not in a position of power here. I hope you know this. We're going to remove this body from you, and there are plenty of those in Pugmire, and I'm sure the monarchies as well, that will banish and kill every willing body that wants to let you possess them. Because I know the monarchies. If there is a single group that is against those fuckers that says, "Oh, we want to have a better life," and it's not in the monarchies, they will fucking kill you.
Her eyes flash again. She says, "You don't understand, kitten. We all want something different. All I wanted is a hug, and then I'll go."
No.
No.
So,
No.
I'm going to do insight on that, if I can, or whatever it's called in this game.
No motive, or sense
Yeah.
motive.
Sense motive.
That's the one.
That is a 17.
It's hard to tell because she is, like possessed by a demon. But you sense that the demon is being honest with you.
Okay. Jean-Pierre turns around, picks up the lizard that's still there. I'm sure it's still
The
alive,
dead
right?
body.
Oh, it's dead body? Yeah. Here. Hug this.
No.
No?
I miss
Okay.
being held by a cat.
Too fucking bad. So, let me try to understand this. Your whole desire and idea is that you want just what you want, and you all want individual things, and you personally do not care if all of these others want something else. Is that true?
You hear, she looks at you and says, "Everyone's unique."
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yes, everyone has, as I've gathered, their own different motivations, and it seems that they all want something different.
Grimly,
Yeah.
are you still angry?
No, I've kind of calmed down.
If I poke you with one of my claws, can you get angry again?
I could try.
Okay. I want you to destroy this tower.
The whole thing?
Oui.
Use that big hammer of yours.
Either that, or I will make a bomb.
Okay. I really don't
Actually,
understand this magic.
As soon as you say the word bomb, Myrtle pokes her head out of her shell and says, "I've got bombs."
Grimly, stop. Jean-Pierre will jog over to Myrtle.
Mm-hmm.
And what can I give you in exchange for these bombs, huh?
Whoa.
I have a blunderbuss.
Oh no, those are loud.
Okay. What would you like in exchange? I have a very delicious bag of bread.
Not hardtack?
Not hardtack.
Well, I made these myself, so be careful. These
Very
are...
good.
And she pulls open a massive bag, and
Uh-huh.
you see balls of, like, red and black. The red ones are fire, and the black ones are smoke. Be
I will take the.
careful.
Well, thank you very much. So Jean-Pierre will take them and look in his pack and look at the 2 packs of bread and look at the green one and look at the not green one and give Myrtle the not green one. And then we'll go back and say, so this is not exactly what I wanted, but I can make some adjustments. And while looking at cinders, we'll start to fiddle with the red ones in his old way that he used to do and say, so until all of you, the unseen, have a little convention and decide how you want to help us, I'm going to blow up your tower here. And because this seems to be a focal point of what you want. So the time clock is not in your favor. So, like I said, you are not in power here. So talk amongst yourselves and figure out a way to get out of this. Huh? Good.
I'd like Mr. Tibbles to step forward. You
Sorry.
said you want a hug from a cat. Assuming one of us gives you a hug, what happens?
The eyes flash, and she says, I leave this pathetic body of a wizard and move on. She really
You
shouldn't
play-
have tried to drown you.
Oh, you're playing to me very well. Now, when you leave that body, where do you go? On to the next body?
I always heard that we got 9 lives.
Mm.
I'm hoping I'll get at least my second. This shouldn't count.
I am moving protection from evil to Tibbles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm recasting, but like it's moving, but like I wish
Yeah.
it could be like no.
So, calm emotions has an effect that it makes them indifferent against a target that they're hostile. So, and I'm asking this out of character because I want to make sure I understand this mechanic. That is what you use to keep someone who did plan harm from doing harm, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So Arthur will ask. It's not going to stop JP from doing. She's even going to look to Grimly and Baguette and the rest. He's very good at things. Things boom, they stay boomed.
Right.
It's a whole thing. I think that will help relieve a lot of his stress. This has been a very stressful, period of time, and that is, frankly, terrifyingly ugly architecture. They should rebuild. All right. Mr. Tibbles, I respect you so much, your strength of character, your force of personality. If you choose to hug this I'm going to be polite and not come up with a rude word at this moment, but if you make that choice, would you like support? So in case she's a little shady.
I would appreciate it.
That's all right. I personally believe in freedom of choice, and if this is the choice that you have chosen to make, I will support you. Does anyone have any objections?
Done
have-
what's necessary.
Yeah.
I do.
I will.
JP, play with your bombs.
No.
I don't like this. I don't like this. She is almost certainly going to attempt to possess Mr. Tibbles. You know this.
We won't know until we try.
I will say this. If anybody here who can cast spells tries to damage her, as long as those runes are intact, it's going to more than likely affect whoever casts the spell rather than her. I suggest trying to damage those runes.
Eartha, hold off for a second, please. Tibbles, do what you want. I'm watching.
Alright. The first thing I will do, I will cast Inspiring Word. So any ally around me can immediately use a stamina die for health or spells.
1 second.
And my Inspiring Word. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, swing my hammer really hard. Even though my rhymes aren't witty, try my best for Eartha Kitty. And then I go up for the hug.
You broke the guide.
She collapses into your arms. And at first, you start to feel as if you're starting to lose energy. When after a moment, you feel a massive release of energy into the environment around you. And you see that you are holding the body of Cinders, runes removed from her arms. And she is no more.
Well, that went better than expected.
I'm taking a look at Mr. Tibbles to see if he looks different.
He can't look different.
Where'd she go?
She was probably telling the truth that she moved on to wherever she went.
So that does answer a question.
a
They
single
really
one.
do all have different motives.
I would like
Oh, go ahead.
I would like to take Cinder's body and without touching the tower myself, lay her body against the tower.
Okay.
And as he is doing that, Eartha... Well, no, someone else might want to do something before she does her last thing so that we start next adventure with some invigoration. And I want to be respectful if someone else wanted to say or do something.
No, go for it because
We got to wrap.
Do it.
Yeah. God dang it. I was hoping that she's... Something has changed among us. We were here to find unseen. There seems to be no order to this very messed up game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to land. It's time to trust our instincts. Find the answers we seek. And I can't hit that note today. It's time to try solving the unsolvable. It's hard to love the unlovable, but I will not die here. And she's gonna give everyone invigoration, just in case we have to do some saving throws.
I love it. And that's where we will end tonight's episode of Paws and Claws, The Lost Tales of Pugmire. I am Jess. I've been your guide. You can find me at the name under my face. And as was announced this week, I'm one of the writers for the newest Pugmire book, Squeaks in the Deep. So I don't know when that's coming out, but get excited. It's going to be all about mice and rats. So let's meet the rest of our team, starting with Earth Kitty. Tell us who you are and where we can find you.
I am Honey, aka Honey and Dice. You can find me on Twitter at Honey and Dice. I'm everyone's biggest cheerleader. I am a DM/GM. I run games for people. I play games for people, and really just want to remind everyone to remember to love your you. And if that's hard today, or you're having a particular difficult time period, remember that I love you. Also remember, change your passwords and do not fall for phishing scams.
Baguette Corgi, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hi, everybody. I am Lynn Meyer. I write stuff, I edit stuff, and stream stuff, and I've got some things coming out soon, so just follow me on Twitter for all the good updates. And can I just say, the player is very stressed right now.
Vincent, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hey, Critical Bot here. Critical Bot across all social media channels. Very always excited to be here. Very always what. Anywho, two big things I want to announce. One, I really can't. I can say stay tuned tomorrow to my page. Something is getting announced. I'm not necessarily announcing it, but I will be sharing it. So stay tuned for that. And two, I'm also launching a new talk show called In Unison. It debuts next week with Brian W. Foster as the first guest. So check that out on my page. More information out there. Goodbye.
So exciting. Jean-Pierre, who are you? Where can we find you?
Bonsoir. My name is Cameron Blair. You can find me on Twitter at the handle below my face. A lot of it's politics right now, but I usually do TTRPG writing, more TTRPG playing, more like this, and world building questions and topics to get your noodle moving. Make sure to take care of yourselves. COVID is still a big thing. Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, and yeah.
Mr. Tibbles, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hello, I am Alan Engelson, and much like the unseen, I am unseen on social media.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Grimly Greyhound, who are you? Where can we find you?
And hi, I am Alan C. Johnson. You can find me at Twitter at Norma Jenkins, where I do voice work, writing, and all sorts of other fun stuff.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay tuned for Legend Lore. We love you so much, and we will see you next week. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.